In order to eradicate cancer, we must first understand it. That is what ODE-based modeling aims to do, and what I personally aim to do with my future research as well. So, first of all, a brief introduction. An ODE is a differential equation that is based on a single independent variable. They're very useful for modeling simple tumor growth. ODEs can also be extended into PDEs or partial differentials, which are dependent on more than one variable. These are very useful in drug development as they model fluid flow over time. So for this project, I created a Lockta-Volterra type model, which aims to examine how tumors grow and change over time with respect to nutrients. So first, a Lockta-Volterra model in and of itself is a model that is used primarily for ecological predator-prey type relationships, and it uses two differential equations, as you can see here to the right, where X is the prey population and Y is the predator population. So these equations can be further extended into 3D to represent three species in a relation with Z preying on X and Y preying on X. Now, this is a very simple linear relationship between each of these variables, and it makes a lot of different assumptions, as you can see over here. So my model is not exactly a Lockta-Volterra model. However, it has many similarities with it, especially in the way that it's structured. So these equations are what I used in my model, where T1 and T2 are tumors that feed on nutrients N1 and N2 respectively. And you can see here exactly what each part of the equations represent. Now, ODEs are especially useful to help us find equilibrium, which is where a species will stabilize and remain constant, or in the terms of cancer, this means the tumor will stop growing. There are two types of equilibrium, and there's an unstable equilibrium where a small change can cause a system to once again become unstable and the cancer can grow or decay rapidly. And then there's the asymptotically stable equilibrium, which is what we desire. Now, in order to solve these ODEs, you have to set up a Jacobian matrix like you can see depicted over here and use partial derivatives to solve it. Solving these out by hand is a very tedious process, however, and it is much more beneficial to use computational modeling or coding in order to solve these, which is exactly what I did in my project, where I created code based on these four ODEs and used it to create these graphs that are interactive. And we can see how the tumor changes over time when I change the parameter of nutrient intake. So in conclusion, ODEs are a very easy way to study tumor growth and model it and can show how various parameters changing can affect tumor growth. However, there are lots of random, unpredictable things that affect tumor growth in real life, and models such as an ODE have to make a lot of assumptions. Thank you so much for listening. And these are some of my resources, as well as my research papers and the math that I did, as well as the code, which is going to be linked in the bio. Thank you.